First Time by Foreigner. This is from their 1977 debut album. And just such a great song, such a great classic rock riff, and great guitar playing by Mick Jones. Great songwriting too, and of course Lou Gramm is just, one of the best rock singers ever. I remember when this album came out, and this song and Cold as Ice they were just all over the radio all the time. Every hour you'd be hearing these two songs. Anyways, let's get into it. We're in the key of G here, and that intro riff is based around these chords. It's a G chord, and it's this chord, an F with a G in the bass. Right, the highest note in that F being that C there. And then an A minor with a G in the bass. Right, little finger there. Okay, but in like a riff form. Some recordings start like this. They just slide that in, just the root in the third. But other ones add that lick. And that lick is just a hammer on from A3, A5 to the F note on D3. And then we hit that low G. Now Mick Jones, right away, he's a thumb over guy, so he'll do everything like that. But you don't need to. Just do that. And then we hit that. And we bounce off that low note. Like, I think the first time he doesn't. Pretty sure he does that, but it wouldn't matter if you went. Added that extra bounce off that G note. And then we're sliding that down, and we're going to add our first finger to the C note. So we've got that F. We're going to add a little finger to the G note. And that, that is the chord right there. You'll see a lot of guys will play and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's going to work perfect. But if you add that note, you're going to, add just a little bit extra to it. Just that little note there just kind of makes it bloom out a little bit better. Now we're going to go open E string and fret that A minor. And he's kind of going, that's really all you hear, but if you really listen, sometimes, not all the time, you can hear him pulling that off. Then the G, and just hold that, so. Then open E, back up to the G. Okay, it sounds complicated as hell, but it isn't. It's really easy. I'm just going to play it a couple of times. Up to speed. Now, as the song goes along, sometimes instead of going, he'll go, he'll use that G there instead of that open G. Right? So you can choose which one you want to do. It doesn't matter, you can do either, they'll both sound perfect. And then we just end up with that power chord. Right, that's a G power chord, and I'm playing it with my middle finger on the G, muting the A string, playing D, G, and B, and muting the E string, the high E string. Okay, I've waited a lifetime, and it just holds there while the keyboards do their thing. And then the next time we come in is going to be on this. That's like a D chord or D bar chord, but over an A bass. to an A. And he's kind of vamping on that open A string, so it's kind of like... Then up to this E over a B, vamping on that B note there. To that B bar chord. Then that's just a C bar chord to that G power chord, but this time I'm playing it with my third finger. Like that. And now you're all set up. All you got to do to hit that F over G is do that, right? Just, you know, got those two fingers free, put them there, move that one to there, and move that one to there. A little different for rock and roll, but that's what you do. And then the whole thing repeats. And there's actually a second guitar part in there. And I'll just quickly go over that. Like in the beginning, you know. It just is vamping on that, sliding out of that F the first time. And kind of doubling the bass, but adding, you know, the bass is just quarter notes, it's doing eighth notes. Just to kind of give it some body. And then in the second verse, it's going to kind of do this vamp. It's not exactly what he's doing, but it's close enough. You can just vamp that part out there. And then the second time, exactly the same. Except when we get up to the B, or the E over the B, and then the song is just going into this. Feels like the first time. E minor to D. C like an F to B. Did it again. Just repeats a bunch of times. And the guitar is just holding those single notes. And then the last time. Another first time. Like an F. So we just crescendo on that C. Back to that G power chord. And just wait for the riff to catch up. Okay, and then it just repeats to the end. And that is pretty well it for the rhythm parts. Now, there's that breakdown. And that's going to go like this. It comes out of the chorus. And you know, when I first heard that, I thought for sure it would be... I thought for sure he would play it there, but he doesn't. He plays it down here. So he's got his first finger on B6, the F note, and just hammering on the D note with his middle finger and pulling off. A little tricky to get that at first. And then he's just going down chromatically. And then the last one is down 2 frets. Okay, so real slow would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that, you know, that third one, he holds on to it for 3 beats longer. That's 2 bars on that, and 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 2 on that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that took me a while to get that, because it's so strange, you know, to jump after 3 beats instead of 4. So slowly. Ends like that, da da da, power chord. So I'll do 1 cycle up to speed. And while that's going on, there's another guitar that's doing this. So that's really dead easy. It's just, think of that G chord, and it's sliding up from the B flat to the B to the G. It's a 6th interval. And then A to the B flat to the high G again. Then hammer on, open to 2 on the G. And then the last one is to the D note. And then it repeats. But then it ends by going like this. So just pushing up to that minor 30. We're thinking minor pentatonic there, so dead simple, right? But it really fits nicely with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that is it. Those are all the parts. Fantastic song. And, you know, when you're playing riffs like this, bass drum, major thirds, you have to really, your tuning is so huge. You know, because if, like, I've got that just flatted a little bit, my G string, just to sweeten up that third a bit. It's like Van Halen when they, you know, see, you hear that? It's a little sharp, that B string, right? I mean, he used to flat his B string when he was playing those kinds of songs with that major third on the B string. But this major third is on his G string, so I flatted that just a tiny bit just to sweeten it up. All right, that's it for this one. Like I always say, I hope you get something out of it. I hope you enjoy playing it. And we'll talk to you next time.